Since when does the Temple of Blood glorify CSA? Always, but they were kind of subtle about it. They did it in a way that can't be used against them in court, really. I'll break it down. So, the person who left this comment probably knows what sinister fiction is, but for those of you who don't, I'll break it down. Sinister fiction is a sort of allegorical short story, fictitious, which is meant to illustrate various occult and sociological principles. Now, the Temple of Blood had a zine called False Prophet, and they had a remarkable and quite memorable piece of sinister fiction in that. I'm gonna give a trigger warning right now. So, what the story describes is a male spiritualist who is married and has a very young daughter. The story depicts the man indoctrinating and feeding off of, spiritually, said daughter. And the climax, of course, is CSA for the purpose of sex magic, done at some type of a solstice or equinox or something. Now, the story refers to the perpetrator of the CSA as a Noctulian, which is what the Temple of Blood calls adepts of its tradition. Publishing allegorical instructions for the use of CSA in sex magic is pretty obvious as is, but referring to the individual who perpetrates that shit as a Noctulian is a very, very clear endorsement. And we don't have to just look at that story. Tell me why, back when Misanthropic Nexion was affiliated with, supportive of, and heavily influenced by the Temple of Blood, it was publicly advocating for the legalization of CP. There's two other groups that were heavily affiliated with and influenced by the Temple of Blood. There was Dracon Covenant, and there was 764. Tell me why both of those groups had motherfuckers go down for statutory, if not straight up P-word.